as local phenom James Higgins talked up his love of the New York Islanders so much that now they're in a position where they are all but forced to draft him. Today we're going to take a look at Hagens' situation and 3 teams that the New York Islanders may have to trade with if they're going to try to bring the local boy back home. Hey everybody, welcome into Clearing the Benches, your one-stop shop for hockey content. If you go ahead and hit your subscription button right now, you'll be sure to be in on all of our future videos. Well, James Higgins is a local boy. He grew up not too far from where the Islanders play, and he has made it very, very clear that he wants to play for the Islanders. And then recently he said he wants to win a Stanley Cup for the New York Islanders. So that is some very lofty aspirations. And I know there's kind of a little cult building in Long Island. There's lots of Bring James Higgins stickers on cars now. There's, signs out. People really, really want this to happen. But, with Matthew Schaeffer and the Islanders picking number 1 overall, Hagens would really, that would be a tough ask for the Islanders to pass on Schaefer. So they're trying to do the next best thing and get both of them. So when we look at who the Islanders would have to deal with, next up, you're looking at the San Jose Sharks. I personally don't think that they would be interested in taking Hagens second. So maybe you have to play a little bit of a poker game with them and kind of try to call their bluff. I think that they're going to probably either take a guy like Porter Martone or, Michael Misa, but I would say those two would probably go before James Higgins would. Next up, you've got Chicago at number 3. I think any team that you call up and say, hey, this is the Islanders, we want to talk trade, they're just going to scream out the name Noah Dobson. I think that they're just going to say, we want this kid and we want him now. If you don't get a guy like Dobson, if they just absolutely shut it down right then and there, there's still a lot of young guys that the Islanders have that they could offer up. They've got a little bit of a pool. Look, no one's going to want to take Matt Barze because he's making $9.5 million, and he just has proven recently he's not the player that he once was. At the beginning of his career, he looked like he was going to be an 85-point-a-year guy, and now he's looking like he's more of like a 50, 60-point-a-year guy. And the fact that he's making $9.5 million a year is going to make it a real tough ask. Any team that would take that, the Islanders are going to have to eat significant amounts of contract, but they've got him and Bo Horvat. Horvat at $8.5 million. They've got these two guys through 2029-30. So that's a huge ask of any other team to take on these contracts. So we would just look at other prospects or possibly like Islander future draft picks. When I look at the big names in the Islanders pipeline, you're looking at guys like big two-way player Danny Nelson. He is going to be in the NHL and he's going to be a difference maker. You've got a sniper in Cole Eiserman coming up. A lot of teams would be interested in him. You've got Caleb Rich, big-bodied kid they just got from the Colorado Avalanche in the Brock Nelson trade. When you're talking about a guy like Hagens, they're saying he's got a similar skill set to Jack Hughes, Clayton Keller. And I look at, those two players, it took them, not Hughes, but Keller, a little bit to find his game. But now that he looks like he's going to be the real deal. I could see the same thing happening for Hagens. Next up, we'd have the Utah Mammoth at number 4. And I think this could be a situation where you could just say to them, hey, if we were to eat some of Barzell's contract, would you take him straight up for the 4th pick? And I think this could be their best bet if they can hold out and show some patience. I think that Hagens could drop all the way down to number 5 at Nashville, and then you're in a position where you're only dealing with just a single team. So once again, let's keep an eye on it. But the big story out of Long Island is right now that James Higgins is really making a push to play for the Islanders, and now the Islanders are trying to figure out a way to bring the local kid back home.